Hello, Libra. Welcome. I'm Ryan. Thank you for being here. It's going to be a general reading for who you'll be dealing with. Of course, everything may not resonate, so take what does and leave the rest. And for more tarot readings after this, please check out my wife's channel, if Alpha 53 Tarot, she's review as well. Thank you. All right, let's see what's going on. Hmm. Hmm. Wow. Wow, Libra. A little curious who you're asking about, but I kind of get a good idea as to who. Jeez. All right, so jumping into this. Right away, what you're showing me. This is someone who's at work. They're at work and they have a lot of work to do. They have so much work to do that they kind of have, if you will, they kind of have their desk stacked with paperwork. So much work to do. It's kind of like you show up, let's just say for example, at a new job, even though this isn't a new job, and it's just kind of like, okay, now get to work. For some reason, I'm kind of picturing like a lawyer or something, and it's like all of a sudden it's like you just got a stack full of paperwork to take care of, and it's kind of like, where to begin? I don't know. Start more. It's kind of like, great. I have all this to take care of, this stack on top of my desk, and now I got to start this over here on top of all this. When I just want to kind of push all of this into the shredder. They're trying to process everything that they've got themselves into and got going on for themselves. They are realizing that even though they're kind of, up to their neck here, kind of with responsibility, finances are definitely difficult. That's for sure. Their financial situation isn't the greatest. They're trying to make peace with it, and they're trying to really kind of breathe through this, which is interesting because for some reason there's kind of this emotional storm brewing and headed their way, this dark cloud. But what's very fascinating about this dark cloud of theirs, they actually choose to sit through it. They choose to sit through it until it actually passes and clears up. And so whoever this is, that they clearly are acknowledging and aware of their emotions and their feelings, and they're taking the time to, address that, which is, really good to see because I don't normally see this. They're saying I'm doing that for the sake of, kind of like self-awareness, almost kind of like emotional maturity, if you will. Okay, touche. Then they're kind of like, okay, now let me kind of address the finances and the situation again and make some changes and make some arrangements, which what they're doing, they're definitely feeling very confident about because they feel like they're actually getting some headway. There's definitely progress here. And so they're doing what they can to manage and maintain and keep things going. And then it's like, okay, now back to the drawing board. Let's kind of re-look at everything again and see how things are actually truly 100% going. So the changes they're making is doing, doing some good for the time being, but they have so much going on, like I said, that they're having to take care of. It's just kind of like, and now here we go again. There's definitely some sort of emotional thing brewing again. It's kind of like they're re-looking over everything and they just don't know. Studious. Yeah. They're looking for a way to leverage everything and make everything, easier and kind of like more manageable, if you will. Ah. Well, I understand that. It's just... Jeez. Jeez. Yeah. This is, huh. What's that called? Once again, Libra, you're always by their side. You're always by their side. It's kind of like, I'm not gonna, jeez, I kind of want to say, ride or fill in the blank, right? Or, by their side. That's how close you guys are. It's like, you have their back, they have your back. That's how close the two of you are. There's got to be, there's got to be some sort of history of past. I was going to say, yeah, there's got to be some sort of history or past or connection there between the two of you that has kind of kept you in place. And it kind of seems and it feels like it's the workplace, the work environment. Maybe it's your content or your niche. I don't know. But I feel like they are taking care of things. They're definitely being responsible, and they're kind of saying that the more that they kind of take care of and kind of chip away at, like I said, maybe it's an energy of that's complete, put it in the shredder. That's complete, put it in the shredder. That's complete, put it in the shredder. Let it go. Take care of it. I like this. It's almost kind of like their instincts are coming back to them. And that's interesting. But also, it's this energy of them realizing kind of like a part of themselves and kind of like rediscovering and refining a part of themselves. Um, I like that. But that's what's very interesting is once again, it almost kind of seems and it feels like, even though they are kind of working on, it feels, how do I say this? It feels like they're finding deeper levels of self-love and appreciation for themselves by going through this very testing time. Here's the thing, though. They're realizing that I don't know what that is, but they're realizing that there's some sort of collaborative energy here. I don't know if it's between the two of you. Here's the thing. They're kind of giving me this energy, and I know why they're kind of making me the bearer of bad news, but they're having the real self-realization, which is causing them very, it's a lot of pain and suffering about the collaborative energy between the two of you. They're saying that needs to come to an end. In order for them to kind of close that chapter and focus actually on moving forward, that needs to close out. Don't know what that is. There you are, Libra. What? But then at the same time, I kind of feel like, once again, I don't know why. I kind of feel like that even though this collaborative energy between the two of you, they're kind of showing me like it may actually be them wanting to finish and close things out with you. Or once again, what they're saying is what they're realizing about themselves and who they are and what they do. You actually help them through this. Once again, it could be either or. because what they kind of show me is when the two of you get through this together, this gives them like another drive or more passion to kind of like move forward. And that's what's very interesting is the connection between they're conflicted, Libra. They're conflicted. It's like a push-pull game. Push and pull like magnets. Um, and it's almost like they have to snap themselves out of it. It's kind of like the connection between the two of you. Clearly, I have to be honest, clearly there's some sort of flirtation within the workplace between the two of you. There's some sort of friction, if you will. It is what it is. Um, and there's also that history, that path the two of you have definitely built up and accumulated, but they're also very confused and conflicted because they are in a relationship or commitment. And this is where they kind of like go cold, cut off, and dry, and say, you know what, their money. They go right back to focusing on their money. And they're kind of like, well, fingers crossed that I can still kind of keep things on track. But that's what's interesting is for some reason that they're showing me your energy, Libra. Not only they're beginning to kind of love themselves and love what they do in a much deeper way. Again, this connection between the two of you still offers them something. And that's what's very interesting is it's kind of like, if they can just find a way to put things back on track, that'll open up the doors to much more, in a sense, possibilities for themselves. But it's almost kind of like they have to make that decision to move forward with it or not. And yeah, that's what I was kind of saying. It's this energy of like, well, they're at work, Lincoln Park numb. Lincoln Park numb. And that's because they're focused on money. This sounds familiar. I forget who else I told that to. They have some sort of grander vision in mind of what they're trying to accomplish, kind of like bigger picture wise. And I don't know what that is. But of course, if you are dealing with anyone, you could be dealing with a fire sign, an air sign, an earth sign, or a water sign. Goodbye.